Hey, how's everybody doing? So this is the first time I got this mod of a B-52 Mitchell plane, and what I was going to do is, someone asked about breaking it into different pieces, so I'm looking at the different parts, and it probably is this is probably the main body. We might can load it and we might can import it into Blender, but I don't have the new importer installed. Let's see. Let's just load it in the old one. Let's load it here first. Alright, so yeah, it's got the fuselage, and different things in it. So we'll pull it into here, and it appears to be part of the fuselage. There's slots for other stuff, but I don't know. I don't see the other stuff. Let me check the other ones. So what do we get? What did we get here? Cockpit. Elevator. Other elevator. That's a wing, ain't it? Bombs. Controller modes. Some of these aren't gonna have things on them. They're just not that. They're not 4 parts. So it seems like there's part of it. Probably just does not have. It probably has a flex body, but it doesn't have like a thing that you can. I guess that's it. Yeah, so that's like all the parts we can load, which you can probably break that stuff pretty good bit if you wanted to. I mean, you can always do the in the beam section, and each one of these have beam sections, so just keep that in mind. Each one of these have their own little sections, and if you want to find the beams for, say, the fuselage, for example, then you would make it so that the strength is not FLT max, but something like very weak. If you just want to test it, and all the beams that are connecting A to different things, which A, hell, I'm assuming that's the fuselage. I didn't really look, but yeah, that would make them break polygonally, polygonally, polygon, polygony, polygony, polygony. But to break into parts that are separate parts, they have to be pre-cut. Pre-cut, you determine beforehand what breaks. So as you can see, it's already broke. Yeah. So let's pull that up. Yeah, it's already broke right there. That's so yeah. See what I mean? You can break it like that. It may not be what you're looking for, but I find it hard to believe he didn't put reference notes in here. I don't know, maybe he did. I don't know. The camera's just acting like it did. But what do I know? Man, I really don't. I don't know nothing about this stuff. I don't know where the wings are. That'd been what I'd like to have broke. Those are like J. Well, you know what? You can always have it search in the folders for J8, find in files, and navigate to it. Find J8. Oh, that's in here a lot. I probably should refine that. Filters .jbeam. That's not that's oh, 0 hits. I don't know, folks. I don't know where the wings are. I don't know where they are, but I know where the cockpit is. I could probably find them. I just don't, off the top of my head, know where they are. I'd have to look for a while. Hell, they might have been in there. I just didn't go through it all. Like, these are the flex bodies that are here. And so if you wanted to do something similar where those break as well, you know, find one for the cockpit. Change beam spring. You know what? Let's just do this. Let's have some fun. Let's say everything that says FLT max will now become 10,000. Man, I ain't gonna tell them how much this is gonna mess this thing up. It will now become 10,000. Only 6 times. Yeah, we'll do the same thing in the other one too. Only 3. And the nose. Let's do the nose too. Alright. Well, let's see what it does. It will break in a lot more places, but not the kind of breaking I think that you want. It's not the same thing. Don't look like. That's the fuselage. So I don't know with this, y'all. I don't know. I don't know where the wings are. I'm not going to look all night for them. I have no idea. Mind they wouldn't be in there. Oh, there's a wing right there. You dumb bastard. You didn't look. You didn't look good. You damn sure didn't look good if you didn't see that. Yeah. Yep. Yep. You gotta look for that stuff, I reckon. I did look, though. I didn't see it. But, you know, I have the same problem looking for things here. I'll say, I can't find it. The wife will go and she'll find it right away. Say, you didn't look. Like, yeah, I may not have. That must have been it. Yeah, this is not the best way to break things. It is an alternative to not having to break things by editing jbeams and stuff. I mean by editing meshes. And it will work, kind of, but it's not the same. And I'm hoping you, I'm hoping that I'll get some time maybe to mess with this some. I'll see about properly breaking the wing so it breaks in a few places and looks a little more realistic. But that'd be a while before I could get to that. Maybe I didn't save. Did I not save that stuff? Maybe I didn't. No, I didn't. Apparently. You got to save it. It's important to save changes if you want them to take effect. Is it what you want? Probably not, but you know, it's better than nothing, I guess. Let's see how it does. But, so alternatively, you would load the wing into, say, Blender. The DAE for that wing inside of Blender. But you may have to end up loading the entire mod into here. The whole DAE. It's probably all one big thing. Yeah, it is. So you would basically have to make new things for these, which they already seem like they're already different parts, different things, you know. But you'd have to come in here and use the edit tool, and you'd have to say, okay, I want you to break here. I'm gonna cut you up like that. I want that piece to break off. But then you got underneath it too, that you got to also cut it. It can be a little hassle doing this. I mean, it really can be quite a bit of stuff. And then you would tell that stuff to be a new mesh. It would have to be a new mesh. Which one did I cut? I don't even know now. I think it was that. Yeah, I think that was a little sliver that I cut in there. Oops. Missed that one. Oh well, it'd be okay, I guess. We'll just have that go too. Mesh separate by selection. Now I don't know if I. You have to redo the jbeam too, because the jbeam will need to now have a new part in it that can break from that part. Sounds like there's another wing in there or something shit. I don't know, man. So then you'd have to go into the jbeam and do that. That'd be more work. So it's not quick. It's not nothing quick. It's not. It'd take a bit of work. But someone ain't got nothing else to do, you know, probably wouldn't be that bad of a project. Now you can always export the mesh as an OBJ. So like if we want to export this wing as an OBJ so that we get an idea of what we're doing in the other thing. Export as OBJ onto the desktop, selection only, and import that into this thing. It'll give you something to kind of go on, because the jbeam doesn't always look like the damn object. It's usually a more simplified thing. Import reference mesh from OBJ, and it is in here. I just got to find it. It's in here somewhere. Where it is. And so that tells you where the part is. So you know when you're redoing this, so you can break the jbeam. You got to do the jbeam too, and it might be easier to use the new jbeam editor that Angelo123 made, because you can import in the jbeam and the model at the same time and work on them both at the same time. I don't have it installed because the last time I used it, it didn't work. And he said I had an old version, but I got the newest version. It still didn't work. But it did work before that, and it worked great. I can imagine it probably evolved a lot since then. It might make this kind of stuff a lot easier to do. But yeah, you would have to make new J-beams for these new parts that break. And then you got to get them connected together so that they stay together until you want it to break. You have to use a break group for that, where it stays FLT max until something else triggers a break, and then it'll create those to break. But yeah, it's going to take a bit. If I get more time, I'll see if I can just do an example with this wing, But I'm not sure that I got the skills to make a modified wing without it making the thing unstable. Probably would crash. In fact, I'm pretty sure it would crash. And I don't know about. You wouldn't want to fly anything that I put together. Is what I'm trying to say.